If you've been on YouTube once in like the past decade, you've probably at least heard of the insanely popular channel Good Mythical Morning and its hosts, Rhett McLaughlin and Link Neal. Started back in January of 2012, the show grew its audience and a significant fan base of loyal viewers with each new daily weekday upload. As the show grew, so did its production value, eventually introducing multiple spin-offs of the main series, including several podcasts, Good Mythical More, and even a YouTube Red series. Through this growth, we saw the introduction of new games, celebrity guests like Bill Hader, Terry Crews, and even the Cookie Monster. In this video, I want to discuss the newest Rhett and Link project titled Wonderhole. However, I will be going over some of the history of Good Mythical Morning and the Rhett and Link channel first. If you're just interested to see what I have to say about Wonderhole, feel free to skip ahead to this timestamp. Otherwise, if you choose to stick around to hear my ramblings on the works of two 40-year-old men, you can do that too. So anyways, let's just hop right into it. The most popular videos on the Good Mythical Morning channel as of today have upwards of 32 million views, which is crazy, but this definitely has cemented them as YouTube legends, not only for when these videos came out, but for pretty much anything they want to do in the future. But as many of you probably know, Good Mythical Morning was not the original Rhett and Link channel. That channel was Rhett and Link. Instead of taste tests and games and stuff like that, this channel had shorter sketches and music videos and epic rap battles. Does anybody remember those? Even if you're really not familiar with Rhett and Link or Good Mythical Morning, you probably have seen one of their sketches at some point and maybe just not realize it's them. Like the My OCD song, which is the most popular video on their channel with over 60 million views. Or if you're a kid now and you haven't seen this video, you've maybe seen the Brent Rivera ripoff video, which features the exact same jokes and bits, but with a significantly shittier song. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Thanks for that, Brent. So this channel, which for a long time just hosted this shorter form content and sketches and whatever, got something of a revamp in early 2020 with a vlog series that was announced. Quite a few of these vlogs came out. I don't know if you remember, but a little something happened in 2020, so a few of them were remote vlogs, but we got just about a year of this content before everything went pretty quiet on the channel. There was a short horror film uploaded in 2021, and then the channel went completely silent for the entire year of 2022. Until suddenly, in March of 2023, a new video was uploaded. It was still a vlog, but in a different style from the ones that came before it. It was scripted at some moments, it was higher effort, there was a music video in it. This video, which was titled We Dug a Medium-Sized Hole, was very entertaining to me and to a lot of other people, it seems. But this video is really fantastic. It was a great way to come back. It featured some really great moments, both the improvised or seemingly improvised and the scripted. Plus, it had beautiful color grading. Like, the visuals in this just vlog were so nice. I just want to take a moment to say, whoever color graded and edited this video, it looks wonderful. You did a fantastic job. But moving on from that. So this video spawned a new kind of series of vlogs, which were similar to the old ones, but they were innovating in new ways. They were more highly produced and more thought out than the older vlogs. A lot of the concepts for these vlogs were very strange things. Like, if you just go and look through the titles of these 8 videos that were released, they're very odd. I haven't seen any videos like that on YouTube before, but that's a big reason why they were so intriguing and why they got so many people interested again in the Rhett and Link channel. Some of my favorites were definitely We Spent the Night in an Unhaunted House and The Quest for the Brown Diamond. These videos are so good. They really felt more like a limited series, or like kind of something you would see on Adult Swim when that was a thing, but just on YouTube. The videos were pretty sparse. We got like one a month, but they were definitely worth the wait. They did pretty well for this channel that hadn't really uploaded anything in over a year, and it seemed like the fans were really enjoying them. But there were only 8 of these videos released until in February of this year they dropped a video simply titled "We're Done." So with the terrifying title aside, a lot of people tuned in to watch this video, and luckily they were not retiring or anything like that. It was just a little bit of a misleader so that they could, tell us what they've been working on. So Rhett and Link go on to tell us how they've been trying to work on these bigger, more creative projects. Like, they've been writing TV show pilots, they wrote a movie, they've been pitching their book, The Lost Causes of Bleak Creek, to become a television series. But executives were not interested, really. They would say things like, "You're not the right fit," which, what does that even mean? I think it just means they don't like you. All this to say that they were really fed up with pouring all of this creative energy into projects that would never see the light of day. So that's where the announcement part of this video comes in. Rhett and Link announced that they are going to be completely independently producing a brand new series on YouTube. Completely for free. Completely done themselves, independently. A teaser came out a couple months later that revealed the name of the show. Wonderhole. So up until this point, I've basically just been reiterating the facts to you, just what's happened, not really giving my opinion. And I also haven't really talked about Wonderhole all that much. Trust me, I will get to that, I promise. I'm gonna try to put chapters in this video so that you can go to whatever part you're interested in. It's fine if you want to skip ahead. But I just have one more thing to talk about before I can actually get to the Wonderhole part. And that thing is their YouTube Red, now YouTube Premium, show, Rhett and Link's Buddy System. 7 years ago, in 2016, YouTube had just revealed its exciting new premium subscription service, YouTube Red. And with YouTube Red came several YouTube shows featuring YouTubers. One of these shows was Rhett and Link's Buddy System. So back in 2016, I was 10 years old, and I really didn't have much of my own money to get a YouTube Red subscription. So I was just left to watch the first episode over and over and over because it was the only one that was free at the time. And I begged my parents to get me a YouTube Red subscription just because I wanted to watch this show so badly. But no, they had to spend it on groceries and bills. A couple years went past, and luckily for me, I kind of remembered that these people existed, and I got very hyper-focused on Good Mythical Morning and Rhett and Link, and I realized that Buddy System was free now. and there was also 2 seasons. So over the span of a couple of days, I watched both seasons multiple times. I listened to the songs on Spotify. I even tried to learn the BFF dance, which was just embarrassing. But I just want to discuss the actual content of Buddy System and how it compares to Wonderhole. Hopefully this section won't be too long because I don't feel that Buddy System actually has like a lot of impact on Wonderhole. It's not like you can watch a Buddy System and really see the seedlings of what Wonderhole would be. But I just want to talk about it anyways, so I'm going to. Overall, Buddy System was a pretty good watch. It was fun. It was entertaining for what it was. I did feel at a couple of points that the jokes were a little juvenile or just like not that good. Rhett and Link do and did back then as well have, largely a child audience, but so not a lot of the jokes are aimed directly at my age range. I'm sure if I had watched it when I was 10, this shit would have been like revolutionary for me. I would have been rolling on the floor laughing, but I didn't, and now I think it's just okay. Especially having first seen the vlogs released up till that point. Watching Buddy System, it was almost like 2 entirely different worlds. Like, these pieces of media weren't the same. At times, the writing felt very formulaic and a little forced. A lot of the plot was creative and interesting, but not especially intriguing or exceptional. Some of the songs were definitely better than others, but none of them actually really stood out to me as bad. The ones that I really enjoyed were A Whale Is Gonna Die. It just has a really nice production to it. It's not overly long. Good song. Uncomplicated. I thought the Power Nap song was also good. It kind of broke that formula. I really don't know much about music, so I can't tell you what the formula was, but it sounded different at the end. It sounded different, and it was a little bit less boring and predictable, which is why I enjoyed it a little bit more. Some of the visuals and like the slapstick comedy was pretty funny. I did enjoy that. It was stupid, but it was funny and I laughed at it. Season 2 is especially bizarre. Like, I don't know why I didn't write anything about this in my notes, but this season is so weird. This is spoilers, but this show has been out for many years at this point, and if you're watching this video, I kind of feel like you've probably seen it. Rhett turns into a star at the end, and Link becomes a robot with a human head. Or a human head with a robot body? I don't know. At that point, I guess you're probably the head. But this season was so strange, which did make it really fun in some ways. There were some episodes that I really enjoyed because they were just weird. They were like bizarre. They were ideas that you wouldn't think that somebody would think of and like make into a video. So although I did enjoy this show, and probably at some point in the future I'll revisit it and remember it and enjoy it again, I can't say it was, one of Rhett and Link's flagship pieces of art that they created. I think it was appropriate for its time and for who they were as people and whatever. The show definitely was not like ramping up to Wonderhole. You wouldn't watch Buddy System and then watch Wonderhole and be like, oh yes, I can see the Buddy System influences on Wonderhole. No, you wouldn't, because quite honestly, it's like a completely different show. And I do think that's a good thing. But you might be wondering, what exactly is Wonderhole ramping up to be? Like, I've talked about it, I've referenced it up to this point, and now that I'm, 3 pages into my script talking about other bullshit, I think I'm ready to tell you. The trailer for Rhett and Link's Wonderhole released July 26th of this year, which is 2024. It featured just some sneak peeks at upcoming episodes, and it also explained the title of the series, Wonderhole, because they find a hole in their office that they look into, and it contains all of the series. See, it's not a perverted name, Mom. You just have to watch the trailer. So the trailer comes out, and about a month later, we get the first episode of the series, which is titled, We Took the World's Most Expensive First Class Flight. Don't know why I couldn't remember that, but I really didn't know what to expect from this new series. I was very hopeful that it would be reminiscent of the vlogs that they've been releasing up until that point. But this was a little bit of a strange thing for them to vlog about. Because Rhett and Link, although they are obviously incredibly wealthy, like multi-millionaires, that's never been the point of their content. They've never shown off this wealth. It's just, in their vlogs, their beautiful houses are just kind of a backdrop. They're not the focus. They'd rather be doing, creative and interesting things. But I don't know, maybe they really were just gonna get on an airplane and vlog themselves eating fancy food and drinking champagne and whatever. Unsurprisingly, that's not what this video is. It kind of is at the start, but no, they quickly revealed that actually their art department built this entire airplane set for them. So this would just be a trial run so that they could do the real thing. This vlog is kind of a mix of the older Rhett and Link vlogs and the newer 8 vlogs up until the end.
All passengers and flight crew return to your seats immediately. Brace, brace, brace. Oh shit, I think we're going down! Okay. I got something I need to tell you!
I won't be including any spoilers for any other episodes. This is the first episode, so sorry I spoiled it a little bit, but I'll just kind of be trying to summarize my feelings on the series as a whole instead of focusing on the events of individual episodes. I will be doing that a little bit, but I don't want to ruin the experience for anybody that hasn't seen it yet. The first episode, I feel, does drag like a little bit in the first half or 3/4 or whatever until, shit gets crazy. It's still definitely a very enjoyable episode. It's well done in pretty much every regard. I also got very excited when I heard Rhys Darby's voice. That was awesome. And again, the color grading, it's beautiful. This whole series is just gorgeous. I have so much respect for the editors of this series. You guys brought it to life. You did a really great job. So the following 5 episodes after the first episode are all really wonderful and fantastic, and some of them have such silly, goofy, wacky even ideas. Like, they feel very childish, but not in like a juvenile, stupid kind of way, in like a heartwarming, kind of a sweet way. It's like, oh yeah, that is something that a kid would kind of think about. But now, these are 2 adult kids with, a little bit more brain power and a lot more money, so they could actually make it happen. The episodes ran like roughly 23 minutes. One episode did run to only 16 minutes, which it felt a little bit rushed. I remember watching that episode and feeling like it could have used more time, because they did quite a few things and ideas that I think they could have explained like more in depth, but overall it was still a good episode. There were some really fantastic moments in this series with very few flops. I was intrigued and I actively could not wait for the next episode to come out. I had every Friday in August marked with Wonderhole because I was just excited to watch it. Actually, what I do is I would wait for the episode to come out, I'd watch it, and then immediately after, I would go downstairs and I'd watch it with my dad. And then when I was waiting for the next episode to come out, I would watch the previous episodes. So I have seen the series quite a few times up to this point. The second episode, I really loved, the time travel one. Again, no major spoilers or anything, but that was some really like spot on acting from Link in the second episode. I thought that was really great. Like, I'm not saying that their acting has ever been bad. Like, in Buddy System, the acting is not noticeably terrible or anything like that. But if you watch this episode of Wonderhole or the rest of the episodes of Wonderhole and then revisit Buddy System, you will see a noticeable difference in quality of acting. The only part of this series that I very actively disliked was in the episode We Cut Down a Tree with a Peanut Butter Axe. The parts of this episode that focused on the life and death of their childhood friend Ben were incredibly touching. They were very sweet and felt very vulnerable and real. And it was really interesting to hear them talk about their religious experiences and how that affected their final moments with their friend. But then we cut to this fucking squirrel musical.
I brought us all nuts.
Oh, I hope they're huge.
A pair of nuts for you, a pair of nuts for you.
My nuts smell funny.
Well, honey, you need to wash your nuts.
What about squirrels with only one nut?
Oh, that's fine, but I prefer my nuts a pair at a time.
Don't we all?
I hated that squirrel musical so much. I don't know what to say. It just wasn't funny. None of the jokes landed for me. The songs were fine. They weren't anything special. They were just okay. They weren't terrible, but they were not good. I hated this part so much. I just didn't like it. If the episode didn't have this part, it would be so much better. You guys could have replaced it with something else. I don't know what, but I genuinely really dislike this part, and it has kind of kept me from revisiting this episode because I don't want to see that part. So again, I don't want to spoil anything for you because these episodes are little gems, and I think they should be experienced how they were intended to be experienced with, no spoilers, no knowledge of what's going to happen next. So if you haven't seen Wonderhole, please go watch it. Just try it out. It's not that long. There's not that many episodes. There's 6 episodes, and they're really good. The ending of the final episode, I thought that was just nice. It just wrapped everything up real clean, and it just worked. Yeah, what can I say? Overall, the visuals, the writing, the acting, the directing, whatever else, are all very solid. They are well done and intentional and thought out and clearly had a lot of care and love and effort and attention poured into them. If you allow yourself to be really brought into this world, there are moments where you kind of forget that it is like almost entirely scripted, and I don't know, I think that's really cool and nice. A lot of shows struggle to have authentic moments with the characters, with the audience, but I think that there were some moments in Wonderhole that accomplished that really effectively and subtly, but they were sweet, and nice, and I appreciate them. This series, like, really delivered more than I was expecting or ever could have asked for. So overall, I think that this series is very much a net positive for, not only Rhett and Link, but their audience and the YouTube community, YouTube creators, I guess. I think it's really awesome and inspiring to see two people who are just creating the art that they want to create just because it's what they want to do. It's how they're expressing their creativity. Even if it's not financially optimal or if a big network isn't backing it. They're just doing it because it's what they love. They use their own resources for this project. Like I said, it's funded entirely by Rhett and Link. I would really like to see more content like this, not only from Rhett and Link, but from the creators on YouTube that I'm sure have been inspired by Wonderhole. I know that I definitely was. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Rhett and Link's Wonderhole. What did you think about it? If you're still here, thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. I really feel like I had more than about 4 pages of stuff to say about Wonderhole and Rhett and Link and whatever. But here we are at the end. So again, I could go through and continue to find moments and jokes and visuals and whatever that I enjoyed from this series, but I feel like that would have gotten really repetitive and boring and is just not necessary. So I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I have been wanting to make a video about Rhett and Link for quite a while actually, but I just kept postponing it, and then with the announcement of Wonderhole, I thought, okay, I'll just wait for this series to be done. I might make another video on the GMM cinematic universe at some point. I'm really not sure. I do actually have a couple of videos planned that, hopefully should come out sooner than later. No promises. I'm still very much finding my footing with this whole editing and being on camera and talking to a camera kind of thing. So if you want, you can stick with me while I figure that out. Oh yeah, and shout out to my 1 subscriber. I don't know who you are, I don't know why you subscribe to me, but I really appreciate you. I rock with you, man, person. You're pretty cool. Okay, that's pretty much everything that I have to say for this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my sweet doves.